Hi everyone, this is Kassie and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of August 15 to August 21. If you want a personal reading with me, you can find me on my psychic platform www.kassiekai.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription. I just ask you to come with an open mind, and I want you to be ready for the truth, as the cards will show it to us. If you want to check out last week's predictions, you can find them on the link above. Our deck for today is the Hieronymus Bosch Tarot, a deck full of heavy and complex symbolism, not an easy deck for beginners, but a beautiful deck nonetheless. But let's get on with the predictions. For Aries, we had the Moon and now it's the Six of Pentacles. After the watery, volatile energy of the Moon, you are lucky to get such a grounding, strong card like the Six of Pentacles this week. The Six of Pentacles is an earth card and it can easily absorb the intense emotional energy of the Moon. If things have been overwhelming for you emotionally last week, this week something will happen and you will feel that you are standing on a more solid ground and not on shifting sands anymore. The Six of Pentacles will be an arrangement, an agreement, a deal you will make with someone that has the purpose to bring more stability in a professional or personal relationship. You'll have to make compromises probably, but as long as those compromises are equal and fair, you will manage to find common ground in a way that will be beneficial for all people involved. If you want to know how someone feels, their feelings are getting stronger and they feel a strong need to share with you, to interact with you and to connect with you in a way that's balanced and harmonious. So if the Moon manifested as ups and downs and mood swings, expect that this week you will know where you stand with someone and you will be able to trust them more as they will give evidence of their loyalty and their good intentions. The Six of Pentacles is the Moon in Taurus, and the Moon represents our feelings, while Taurus is a sign of security, stability and pleasure. So this week you'll go for what makes you feel good, and you will indulge in things you enjoy, and you will feel the desire to share those pleasures with others or with a person you are interested in, and you will probably have a very good time. You may receive or you may give a gift this week, and something that started between the 1st and the 10th of May will get more stable now. Saturday seems to be the day that holds the strongest energy this week, so if you want to make a deal with someone, that's the best day to do that. For Taurus, we had the Devil and now it's the King of Swords. The Devil you got last week is a very complex energy because it can make things in your life very intense for different reasons. There must have been some very strong contrasts between negative energies and positive energies. There must have been things that you enjoyed doing, but there must have been things that you hated last week, or a love-hate relationship caused some trouble. Now, under the energy of the King of Swords, you will feel that your thoughts are getting clearer, and your thoughts and actions will be based on logic this week and not so much on emotions. Logic and reason prevail, and that will balance last week's energies in a way that makes you feel more determined and certain about what you want. The King of Swords is a male in your life that belongs to an air sign or ascendant, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, and maybe this person will get some distance from you this week, physically or symbolically. So perhaps the person you're interested in will be away for a while, or you will be away, or communication will get less regular and maybe a little disrupted. But perhaps that's some much needed distance that will help you put things into perspective and will help you decide what you really want to do with this relationship. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, they are thinking things through, and you will find that they put logic first, and that could make them appear a little distant and cold, but feelings seem to be there. It's just that they are trying to control those feelings. The King of Swords values justice and he wants to do the right thing, so the person represented by him will often put his feelings aside if he believes that going ahead with something or someone will cause trouble to him or to people that matter to him. This will be a rather serious week for you, and this trend may continue for 10 days or so, but you should see this as an opportunity to see things from a different angle. You will have news about a legal matter this week, or you may have to ask for legal advice, and that's what you should do if you feel uncertain about something that could get you in trouble. For Gemini, we had the Empress and now it's the Queen of Pentacles. Both the Empress you had last week and the Queen of Pentacles you have now are Earth cards, and their energy is very similar. In fact, if there's a Queen that's closest to the Empress energetically, this must be the Queen of Pentacles. What this means for you is that this week you are going to experience similar energies like the week before. So you will be dealing with the same matters as last week, but with less intensity. And maybe you are in a process that started last week and now you will act in practical ways that will ensure the stability and the longevity of a personal or professional relationship. A woman who could be in a position of authority will help you with a practical matter, and with her support you will be able to make something more solid. And in general you will feel that someone is getting more helpful, more generous, and more protective. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, their feelings are strong and they are growing. They are very protective and nurturing towards you, but they are also very realistic about the dynamics and the potential of your relationship. That means they see your relationship as it is, with its perks and its limitations, and since you're an earth sign and at times you get easily carried away by your own thoughts, for that reason at times you may feel that this person is being a little too serious for you, but at the same time this person can be a very grounding energy around you, meaning that their presence will be stabilizing, especially if your thoughts are getting too intense or rampant these days. Career, financial, and property matters are favored this week, so an issue that was troubling you for a while now will come to successful resolution. You may get money that were owed to you, or you can land a great job, or you may even get a bonus or raise this week. This Queen's timing is 2 weeks from now, and that means the situation you will be dealing with this week will be developing in the coming 2 weeks. For Cancer, we had the King of Cups and now it's the Page of Swords. Kings are the highest manifestation of their suit, and they also show completion or the final stages of something. So perhaps you had a serious and enlightening talk last week that led to the resolution of a misunderstanding, or something made sense eventually. Pages come before kings, and this week with the Page of Swords you may decide to reassess a situation and to rethink what has been discussed. Your moods and the way you see things will change, and last week you were more flexible, more compassionate and more open, but now under the energy of this page you will feel more inquisitive and curious about what was said or promised is true. Something will happen that will raise your suspicions, and you will want to know what the truth of a situation is. For that reason, you may decide to do some research on the internet or to talk to people that can help you get at the heart of a matter. Having said that, it's important that you don't jump into conclusions, because there will be a tendency to do that. Try to make sure that you see the whole picture first before you make a decision or before you pass a judgment. If you want to know how someone feels about you, there seems to be something that made them feel offended, something they didn't like to hear, and for that reason this person has taken distance from you, especially when it comes to communications. However, this week there will be communications and maybe a very unexpected message that may leave you a little confused. Don't respond immediately, especially if you feel that you don't have all the information you need yet. The Page of Swords is an air sign or ascendant person, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, who could be much younger than you, or if you're a parent, this could represent your child. There's a strong possibility that a contrast will happen this week and you may fight with them. There seems to be a difference when it comes to maturity between you and this person, and it's important that you keep that in mind before you speak or act. The beginning of this week seems to be the strongest, so Monday and Tuesday will be the most intense days. For Leo, we had the 5 of Pentacles and now it's the 3 of Pentacles. Another Earth card for you, Leo. The 5 of Pentacles last week must have manifested as an imbalance or a disruption that occurred at work or in a financial matter, or you had to deal with some sort of loss that happened in one of your personal relationships. Fives are often a chaotic energy, but the real purpose of fives is to push us to make changes, especially in situations that are stale and stagnant. Now with the 3 of Pentacles, a new element will come into play. This can be the beneficial influence of a third person that will help you make something more stable, or a supportive group of people that will help you resolve a practical issue. There will be negotiations and teamwork this week, and that can be either about your career or about your love life. You will be very practical, realistic and pragmatic, and that will help you bring stability in a situation that has been rather rocky the last few weeks. If you want to know how someone feels about you, there is emotional growth and their feelings are strong and positive. The 3 of Pentacles gives the promise of further growth, and that's because 3s are progress and positive developments. This person will make a move to show you they care, and they will probably offer you something tangible, as Pentacles are material things. So you may receive a nice gift or a service that will leave you pleasantly surprised. The 3 of Pentacles is Mars in Capricorn, and that means you will have a very structured schedule and you will be goal-oriented. For that reason, you will feel a strong need to remain in control and you will make solid plans for the future. This week you will organize something of great importance that will manifest in around 3 months from now. The days of this week that hold the strongest energy are Wednesday, because it's associated with 3s, but also Tuesday, which is the day of Mars. Connections with other people, teamwork, cooperation are the key words of this week, and it appears that you will join forces with someone or a group of people to accomplish a task or an important goal. For Virgo, you had the Queen of Cups and now it's the 4 of Swords. The Queen of Cups you got last week must have put your attention in matters of the heart or your personal relationships in general, and maybe someone offers you help, a person who's a water sign or ascendant, Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer. The 4 of Swords this week will slow things down, and if things in your life have been intense in any way, this week you will be able to relax and enjoy a calmer and more peaceful situation. That means if there has been a conflict with someone, this week it will be resolved. So someone may come to you with an olive branch, so to speak, or you may decide that fighting with someone all the time isn't worth it and you will try to reach an agreement that will lead to peace. Also, health matters are getting better this week, as the 4 of Swords is a card of healing. If something was troubling you, this week you will feel better, or if someone around you was sick, now they will start seeing improvement. Under the energy of this card, you will take a break, and that could be a break from your work. So for instance, maybe you are taking your holidays, or from a relationship if you feel that things got too intense and you need to take some distance for now. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings now are getting more stable, calmer, however they are keeping some distance. They do that intentionally, especially if there have been big contrasts in your relationship lately. Getting some space is a good thing at this stage to put your thoughts in order. The 4 of Swords is Jupiter in Libra, and Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, while Libra represents our relationships, communications and beauty, and that's a good week to make changes in all those areas, as you will have the blessing of Jupiter. A lucky event or coincidence will occur, so this is a good week to make a beauty change, to restore broken communication, or to try and resolve conflicts in your relationships. This week you may decide to plan a trip or a break that will happen around the beginning or mid-October, while Wednesday seems to hold the strongest energy this week. For Libra, we had the Two of Pentacles and now it's the Page of Cups. The Two of Pentacles you got last week shows that you were dealing with two different situations or two different options you had to choose from, and a difficult decision must have been made, or you are still struggling with that decision. However, this week with the Page of Cups, things are getting lighter and more pleasant. The Page of Cups is usually a romantic offer or invitation or a new beginning. Maybe you will meet something new this week, something who can be a water sign or ascendant, Scorpio, Cancer or Pisces, and this person will have a very nice positive energy, although they may be a little immature. So this could be someone who's much younger than you or someone with very youthful energy. This week you will do things you love and you are going to have a great time, and that's much needed as it seems after a rather difficult period of decisions and dilemmas. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are now developing romantic feelings and they feel that they are falling in love with you. They may not be very direct in showing their interest, but they will make some gestures, some moves that will show you they care. A little caution because this person at times loves drama and attention and they do want to feel loved, so if they sense that you are neglecting them or that you are not reciprocating their feelings, they may turn hurtful and nasty. That's because they need to grow up a little emotionally. Under this energy, communication will get more positive, more open, so if there's been an argument or you stopped talking with someone, this week communication will be restored. They may not make the first move though, since this is a passive card, they are probably waiting for you to initiate and also to take responsibility. So you two need to decide what kind of role you are willing to play in this relationship. The beginning of the week seems to be the most emotional, so expect that Monday and Tuesday will be the days you will feel the energy of this page the most. For Scorpio, we had the Fool and now it's the Ten of Wands. Vibes are changing for you this week, Scorpio. We had the easygoing, light-hearted and enthusiastic energy of the Fool last week, and now the heavy energy of the Ten of Wands. So maybe you overestimated your power last week and you took on more than you should, because this week something will weigh like a heavy burden on your shoulders, or people will start making demands here and there, and you'll have to deal with many different energies at once. Now, that can be overwhelming, especially if someone or people in general get too demanding and you will feel that you don't have the time or the energy to accommodate all those needs. And having said that, if you do become too nice or too accommodating, you will find that people will start taking you for granted. That could cause some serious contrasts in your relationships and things can get easily heated. So if you feel that someone is asking too much of your time, your energy and your resources, you will have to draw some boundaries and to put them in their position. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel pressured at the moment and maybe they have taken distance. Feelings are very intense though, wands show attraction and strong sexual feelings, so there is no doubt that they like you a lot. However, there seems to be aspects of your connection that feel quite stressful to them, so there's this need to release pent-up negative energy and things to get more stable. The Ten of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius, and that means this week there will be a clash between the desire to live life to the fullest and the limitations something or someone will put in your way, and you may even find yourself rebelling and fighting with them. However, intellectual endeavors are favored, so you will get an advantage if you are having exams or if you applied to a school or if you want to learn something new in general. Tens represent the final stages of something, so you are at the end game of something that's about to change and be transformed. The energy of this card will end in about 10 days from now, when you will feel a big release of tension. For Sagittarius, we had the Queen of Pentacles and now it's the Hermit. The Queen of Pentacles last week must have put your focus on practical matters like your career or the money you earn or something material that you want to have, or you are just dealing with the practicalities of a relationship. The Queen of Pentacles is an earth sign or ascendant person in your life, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, and you will still be dealing with this person this week as you got another earth card, the Hermit. The Hermit is usually a Virgo, but it can be any other earth sign. The person the Hermit represents this week may get some distance and they will become a little bit withdrawn and aloof. That's because they want some time for themselves as they are looking for a solution to a problem that's troubling them. The Hermit is associated with nines, and nines are rather solitary cards, but they also show a stage before a big breakthrough. So something big is coming your way, a significant change that may bring you what you want eventually. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, they are rather detached emotionally, but that doesn't mean they have no feelings. It's just that at this point they feel the need to take some distance, to get some space and put their thoughts in order. They are trying to find answers and they are trying to figure out what this relationship means for them. They are reserved because they don't want to make mistakes, and most of all, they don't want to repeat mistakes of the past. The time period between August 23 to September 22 will be very significant for a project or for practical matters involving money, inheritance, property. So if you are looking for a house to buy, for instance, you will find something you like within that time frame. Energies will move slowly this week as Earth is slow, but whatever you decide or whatever you create this week will have long-lasting results, so make sure that you are making the right choices. Within 9 days from now, you will find a solution to a problem that's troubling you for a while now, while if you are dealing with a health issue, this week you may find the right treatment. For Capricorn, we had the Knight of Cups and now it's the Five of Cups. 2 water cards for you, Capricorn, which means that feelings and personal relationships will be in your focus this week. The Knight of Cups you had last week must have brought you some good news or positive changes in one of your personal relationships, or you just saw potential in something that previously was blocked. The Five of Cups is an emotional shift, so the way you feel about something or someone will change. Maybe you made a move last and you are now regretting it, or you will feel that something is missing. Just make sure that you are not feeling bad because you feel sorry for yourself, as under this energy there's a risk of wallowing in self-pity. To fight this tendency, you should always take responsibility for your choices, and you should acknowledge that your own actions play the biggest role in how something will turn out. If you feel that you hurt someone, it's important that you apologize to them if you want to salvage a relationship with them. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, they are disappointed in you in some way or they miss you. If you are in a long-distance relationship, this person feels your absence strongly and they feel a longing for you, a longing that can make them hurt though, so there's a mixture of love and disappointment. And maybe they feel that they made a mistake and they wish to fix it. The Five of Cups is Mars in Scorpio, which means that this week will turn up the heat in your sexual life and you will feel very sensual and seductive, and you will have an all or nothing attitude. At the same time, hidden desires or things that were buried in your subconscious will come to light, so you will understand your needs better and you will be able to see the hidden motives of others too. Friday is the day that holds the strongest energy this week, but also Tuesday, the day associated with Mars. For Aquarius, we had the Strength and now it's the Seven of Pentacles. With the strength you got last week, you must have stepped into your power again, so one way or another you either took control of a situation or you felt stronger and more determined to deal with something on your own terms. The Seven of Pentacles this week will slow things down a bit, and perhaps you will put brakes onto something as you will realize that something needs time to develop organically. However, you might get a little anxious, especially if you've made efforts to get something done, and you haven't seen the results of those efforts yet. You may be wondering whether something or someone is worth your time and energy, or if you should explore different options. That's because sevens are never peaceful. They always show a challenge that must be overcome. And that's what the patience that this card suggests is all about. You are waiting for something to ripen, but it's overdue and frustration may start to challenge you. And perhaps you must accept that something may not go exactly as you expect it to go, and it's important that you do not create an unhealthy obsession over something or someone. This week, try to look around, do other things, and make sure that you have other options, if this one does not come through. So one of the messages here is that you should not put your eggs in one basket, so to speak. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they are growing into love slowly, and that's usually healthier and more stable than falling in love. So even if it takes more time for them to grow feelings for you or to decide whether your relationship is what they want long term, under this energy you can have a long-lasting and solid relationship with them eventually, if you two are willing to give it time to develop. The Seven of Pentacles is Saturn in Taurus, and Saturn talks about restrictions, so you may feel that your freedom is somehow restricted this week, and that's because of practical issues you are facing, like money issues or work problems, but at the same time this placement will give you seriousness in thinking, practicality, perseverance and endurance, and it's very possible that you are on the verge of a breakthrough, so don't give up, give it a week or so, because then you will start noticing signs of growth. For Pisces, we had the Page of Pentacles and now it's the Knight of Wands. From the slow and thoughtful energy of the Page of Pentacles, you will now experience the fast and enthusiastic vibe of the Knight of Wands. So last week things must have slowed down and you felt more reserved, or another acted in that way, but this week things are picking up and you will feel ready to take action and ready to make progress. The Knight of Wands is someone in your life who's a fire sign or ascendant, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, and you will see them taking more action this week, especially after a period of inactivity. And you may feel quite surprised to see them making some unexpected moves, as the Knight of Wands often foretells surprises. There will be a lot of activities, a lot of movement this week. You may even go on a trip or receive visitors that will keep you busy all day and possibly all night too. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they have warm, positive feelings and they feel sexual attraction and desire, and they will show you how they feel, as this Knight is quite expressive, at times too much. You will have a great time this week, just make sure that you don't invest too much emotionally just yet, unless this person shows you solid evidence that they want something serious and not just a fling. Things will pick up and you should expect progress in situations that felt blocked or delayed. The Knight of Wands often brings good news about career or generally about things that you want to get done. Just be careful not to make hasty decisions, at least not when it comes to serious matters, because you will be in a mood that anything seems possible, but you do need some dose of realism too, or a backup plan in case things don't go as you expect. If you're wondering when something will happen, things will unfold within the coming 2 weeks, and there will be some unexpected twists and turns too, so be prepared for developments that you didn't anticipate. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of August 15th to August the 21st. I hope you enjoyed them and I will see you again next week. Have a nice and productive week.